Archie Rhind-Tutt joining us now. If this is to go ahead, he will be at the game. So, Archie, welcome into the show. What is the latest news here?
So, here's the thing. If the game is to go ahead, Bayern Munich needs to have 16 players, including 9 first-team squad players and 1 goalkeeper within that fit to play the game. Right now, though, Bayern have 9 players out with COVID, Manuel Neuer and Lucas Hernandez amongst them, testing positive on their winter holidays in the Maldives, for instance. So they've not been able to make it back to Munich just yet. And as it stands, Bayern do have, by my numbers, 10 or 11 even first-team players who are fit to play this game. And the way that it works with the Bundesliga's regulations as well is that if you are injured, you are counted as being available, or if you are suspended as well, but not if you have travelled to the African Cup of Nations like Bouna Sarr, like Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Standout news from it, though, is that the game is on as it stands, even though Bayern had put a request into the Bundesliga saying we would like this called off, but they said no because they want to push on.
OK, Archie, I almost wish you'd spun on your chair there, and I would have expected a white cat on your knee with the chair that you sat on. You're looking very James Bond villain tonight.
That's one of the best chairs we've ever seen on this show, Arch. It's a cracker.
I've chosen a good hotel. That's why.
Like it. Archie, then, so let's just talk purely in game terms. What can we expect then if it is to go ahead on the field?
Can expect something of a gap at Bayern's left-back position with Alphonso Davies also out with positive COVID test, and his backup, Omar Richards, also out with COVID. So Julian Nagelsmann is going to have to improvise, and he's not too upset about that. He's said that he's not the sort of person who's going around crying about it. He's getting on trying to work with what's going to happen. Gladbach themselves are in something of a situation at the other end of the table where no one really expected them to be. They paid €7.5 million for their new coach, Adi Hütter from Eintracht Frankfurt in the summer. And yet they've been on a real bad run of form just before the winter break. Plus, lots of fires breaking out there when you look at what's happening with the squad. 2 key players, Matthias Ginter and Dennis Zakaria, have already been confirmed as going in the summer when their contracts run out, and they're big players for that team. So Zakaria out with COVID. You might be able to spot a trend here. It's difficult to know what to expect from either team, given the form that Gladbach ended the last year in, and which Bayern players are there. But you look at that Bayern 11 still that will turn up. Apart from Malik Tillman, who is expected to make his Bundesliga debut for Bayern, all of them are well-established regulars. And if you can still play Robert Lewandowski up front, I think you've got a chance.
Yeah, not too bad, hey. Now, Archie, as we know, you have your wonderful backdrops today, this stunning chair in the hotel that you're staying in. Usually you bring us the German papers as well. Have you got any for us?
Actually, don't. Actually, don't, because there's a reason for this. Because it's a public holiday here in Munich today. So the last papers that they brought out were indeed yesterday in Bavaria. So as a result, I went by the newsagents earlier, and there was nothing fresh there. And I'm only going to bring you fresh beauties from the headlines of the Munich papers. So I'm sorry, Kate, I have to disappoint.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.